Alright guys, welcome. How are we doing today, guys? How are we doing today? Oh, I love when my video is all messed up there. There we go. Perfect. Welcome to episode 2 of Rambling On today, guys. Today we have Gam3k3y in here. Let's go ahead and say hi, man.
Good morning, everybody. Woo! There's a beautiful chest on screen.
That beard, too, man. That beard. Holy moly. Oh, man. I wish I'd grow something like that. I can't grow anything past 2 inches, if that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Again, I'll leave this disclaimer. Sorry for any loud noises or anything in my living room. I can't control the sounds that happen behind me or happen from my kids or the TV. So, good morning.
No, understandable. I mean, everyone has to deal with kids once in a while, so you can never ever understand what's going on with the kids.
Maybe.
All right, so as you see,
she's so mad, and there's no reason why.
So, Gam3k3y, guys, the theme behind Gam3k3y is it's an arcade. It's almost like a retro arcade. His channel, it's really cool. Actually, I've seen it a few times. I really like it. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with I gotta interview you guys real fast. What brought you to streaming, Gam3k3y?
Surprisingly, about a year and a half ago, I got this crazy idea when my mom's computer died that I had received from her passing. I was like, you know what? I want to build a computer that's going to last me for like 10 years. Got it. Had this crazy idea of building a computer, and a friend of mine helped me build it. A good friend of mine, give him shout outs to Blood Crow. We cut my budget in half. I was going to build a 4K resolution PC, We dropped it to like $2,200 instead of 4,500.
Hmm.
And we decided, okay, well, now that I got this crazy computer, why am I not streaming? So it took me about fall of 2014. I started goofing around with it and was like, okay, we're gonna get a feel for this and see how things work. It took me 3.5 months to figure out hardware, software,
Mhm.
and how everything sets up and whether or not I could do it. So as of December 18th, 2014, I officially started streaming, and I figured I watch all of these amazing broadcasters and streamers myself. Why not give it a shot? And here we are over a year later.
That's fantastic. Very good. Very good. What's your current schedule and setup? Like, what would be under your rig, and then also what's your current schedule?
Um, my current schedule, I try to keep it around 5 p.m. EST. Since school's in for me, that's Tuesdays and Thursdays are a weird day for me. They're really short, but I've promised as the start of my 1 year hit that I would stream every day for a minimum of 1 to 2 hours at least in order to keep up a a goal to get into the Twitch Hall of Fame. Um, I start at 5 p.m. EST. I end anywhere from 11 to midnight when it's not school. Um, I can go to like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, or we'll just like keep going until whenever. Usually those streams are announced through Twitter.
Got.
Um, let's see, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm not even out of class until about 8 o'clock. I get home at about 9 p.m. at night, 9 p.m. EST, guys. And my stream will usually last for like 2, maybe 3 hours.
I mean, you're also a father, so how do you balance that out?
Um, I actually have an amazing wife. Just in case you guys don't know, she's literally my backup support to my stream. She's my behind the scenes everything for me. And without her, there would be no stream. There would be no me going to college. It would literally be me working 24/7. So, with my military benefits and everything, she's been the glue that helps me do everything else.
That's excellent, actually.
Um, on top of that, being a father, um, now that I'm back in school, I can manage my time a little better. I feel like I have more time now because I can end my stream earlier and my kids will be up for like an hour before they go to bed. And so I get to hang out with her and the kids a little bit before it's nap time for them, and we kind of just do our thing as well. We, as a couple, you do still have to spend time together. For some
Unfortunately.
people, it's easy. For me, it's been the biggest thing to like like push aside time for everything. So seeing that me and her will spend a little more time together, we'll watch like a couple of movies before we go to bed, or what have you. It's really nice to really manage time again.
Yeah, managing time as a streamer is one of the hardest aspects of it. Actually, that's actually our advice column today. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. Where do you see yourself in 6 months for your streaming career? By the way.
Um, this time last year, since I bought a custom built PC, guys, through iBuyPower, I actually had a lot of crashing and downtime for the stream. So January to June of 2015, you guys could see me playing World of Warships, getting crazy and wild, or you'd see me crash live on stream. So this year, being the start of a new year, a new place, and as a broadcaster, this is a brand new place for me with all this love and support from the Twitch community. I really couldn't even tell you guys what's going to happen in 6 months. Every day seems like it's a brand new surprise for me, either from the community or other streamers that I know.
I don't blame you there. um, who are some of your favorite streamers, and do you draw inspiration from them, or do you draw inspiration from another place in general?
Um, Surprisingly enough, when I was looking at Twitch, like I was watching Twitch, which is funny, guys. March of 2014, I only heard about Twitch for the first time. So I was like, Twitch, people are playing video games? Some of these folks are making this a career? What? And I kind of laughed at it, and my friends were like, "No, no, it's a real thing, guys." And since then, I've come to watch Burke Black. He was actually one of the first streamers. I really love the community that he has. Surprisingly enough, I saw him hosting another coalition member called Tangent Gaming, and then the same inspiration happened for me. That community pulled together. They were an amazing group of people, and it's just been warm and loving with all of the Twitch community I've come across. And then they both ended up hosting Carnage. Granted, I went from not knowing who any of these bigger streamers were through a small-time partnered stream, which is Burke Black, the pirate captain on Twitch, to seeing Tangent Gaming, to seeing Carnage, and then their outreach as the coalition through their hosts. I've met and seen a lot of amazing streams. And then through the support of my community in that first 6 months, we started looking for the same game with no viewers in it for a streamer, or a streamer who was picked by the community. And I've met so many amazing people.
That's excellent. The coalition is a amazing group of people. Honestly, all of them are amazing.
That's those three people, Tangent, and Burke. Those were my inspiration to actually start streaming. I felt like a fanboy at Tangent's stream. I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna stream!" And it was like when I look back at it, it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow your roll, man. There's too much fanboy popping out."
I understand that completely. I'm a huge fan of Elohim, who just made his return to streaming last night, actually, or this morning, I should say, like 6 hours ago. And that was an amazing thing when I got to actually talk to him for the first time.
Oh, nice, nice.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about your channel. What's your theme? Or what made you settle on that theme?
The arcade, my love for old school RPGs, like these throwback games that are still being hit even by speedrunning communities today, that kind of brought about the arcade. And in the past, I've really talked about, oh my goodness, look at that, some XCOM play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, I like the feel of these old style games. I really miss in today's light that some RPGs, nothing against Fallout 4 or your Dark Souls or games of today. Games have just progressed way beyond 8-bit and 32-bit graphics. But the RPG scene takes me back to a place where I'm 8, 9 years old again, and I get to go, and instead of playing these games on an arcade cabinet with a joystick and a couple of buttons and I'm mashing them, to try and get through, I get to play these games on my PC. And then the newer versions of the games are now mind-blowing. It's pretty amazing to see how far, just within our generation alone, from the 90s and late 80s to now, where games have taken us.
Very nice, very nice. Tell me a little about yourself, just in general.
I'm quite literally, guys, I'm a 27-year-old lumberjack. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Fun facts about me. I graduated high school in 2007. Like that day, I joined the Marine Corps and went to boot camp and did that till 2 years ago. I got out. Hey, the support ninja Nemo. Thank you, my friend. It's kind of surprising to come out of the Marine Corps and I start looking at jobs. I tried to get into security. I didn't come across my dream job in security, so I'm kind of glad there. Or else I'd have never gone to college. I'd have just worked forever. Started college like 2 years ago. I got into athletic training, which is sports medicine. Um, that that degree kind of just fell back this semester. I missed out on a couple of core classes last fall, so I've changed my outlook, and
Hmm.
I've gone into sports coaching.
That's
Greatest
awesome.
thing that's happened to me this semester, though, my sports professor, my intro to sports, the professor actually knows what esports is and is taking a consideration on how big of an impact these esports have in the sports community. So it's really cool that I'm the only one, unfortunately, who knows what esports is and understands that it's not just a hobby. It's an actual profession now. You know, you've got players making over $1 million through competition winnings, sponsors, endorsements, contracts, and these folks are playing video games on a much higher level of gameplay than us casual players could ever think of playing on.
Yeah, I
You
got that
know,
right.
because they're spending 12 to 18 hours a day practicing. Yeah, I know. I'm a pleb. I'm a filthy casual. It's all good.
As a CGM member, what have you enjoyed most about the site?
Um, what I have enjoyed most is quite literally about Collection Gaming Network is how amazing the community is. I don't know if a lot of you folks have noticed, but like even in social media, you can just like, hey, I'm going to stream this game, and you've got the creators. Shout outs to ZHeck and Unseen Proof. Those guys have done amazing work with the website. Just two guys running the whole thing, and
Oh, there's
oh,
Mama
no,
Bear.
thank you, babe. And they are amazing for the fact that two guys are running the whole thing, and there's so many supporters, so many people are behind their groove train of making this a big place to be.
Yeah, they work hard. They work very hard. Z especially. He's on. I think feel like he's on every second of every day working on that site. It's amazing. Is there anyone in your life? I think we already answered this, but I'm going to ask it anyway, just so you can go into more detail here. Is there anyone in your life that supports or works with you to make your streaming career successful?
Um, it would be my wife. She's a big part of what I do. You know, without her, I wouldn't be able to allot time for this, and I would probably have more time spent working and going to college in general. Um, she's when I have my bad days and stuff, when the camera is off, guys, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of emotions. I can have my amazing day with you guys, and other days, it's like I'll sit there like, oh my god, I'm not gonna make it, guys, and just feel all bad. And she's just like, you're doing great. And she reminds me of what it was like, when I first started. I fumbled around, and we've kind of come into our own thing.
True, true. No, it's always good to have a support system like that. When you are outside of course streaming, what do you do for work, or do you take care of, or what do you do to outside of streaming, basically?
Um, Outside of streaming, since I got out of the military 2 years ago, I use my military benefits while I go to college to actually not work. I get a nice little stipend while I go to school to cover my bills, my utilities. The wife covers the rent and stuff. Um, so surprisingly, I do this as like my hobby slash I wish it were a job thing. But I do take college seriously in the fact that last semester wasn't that great for me. But it's time to buckle down and hit them books just like everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, very true. Gotta get those good grades, man. They gotta succeed in that, definitely. Um,
Oh yes,
are you part of
and
any other organizations? Oh, I'm sorry, keep going. Go.
I do want to say, guys, if you do stop college just because you don't want to do the books anymore, I can tell you from my personal experience, I hate college. It sucks, but sometimes you need to just buckle down and push on through. That's honestly the greatest thing that I can say to you guys, because college does suck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a struggle for everybody, honestly. But keep to the books, guys. Keep to the books, definitely.
Hmm.
Are you part of any other organizations or any other sponsorships for your stream?
Um,
This is
other
your part
other
where you get to plug everybody.
organizations. Yes, other organizations. Shout outs to Operation Supply Drop. Funny thing about them is it took me 5 months of me streaming to find a military organization that does stuff on Twitch and helps veterans. So through video games, which recently also shout outs to stack-up.org. The founder of Operation Supply Drop went on to make stackup.org, um, and they're just as successful as Operation Supply Drop in the fact that they're using video games to help rehabilitate veterans worldwide. It's not only like U.S. troops, but all allies, NATO and ANZAC troops as well. So they send out these huge care packages of PlayStations, Xboxes, but it's like one system per like crate full of video games and controllers, and it's so amazing. And in some cases, some folks get like an Alienware PC through a contest and whatnot. But it's something to see when these troops are out there uh, doing work, on their deployments and stuff, wherever they are, Afghanistan, Iraq, Ramadi, anywhere in the world. These guys kind of get like a little, take me away care package of video games, so they don't have to think about their job as much. And with experience, any deployment, there's a lot of downtime. So you think about home, you think about your job, you go out and do dangerous stuff about 5% of the time. And to keep your mind off of it, they're doing an amazing job by presenting these like $3,000 worth of video games to these troops.
That's amazing, actually. That's absolutely beautiful that they would do that.
Um, I,
Hey,
I let's see, it was Operation Supply Drop, and then I found CGN. You guys started up. You guys found me actually.
yeah, like I
So
said, Z did a lot of work for the last 9 months to a year, sending out a lot of messages to get a lot of people on there, and it's an amazing community. If you're not part of it, go to collectiongamingnetwork.net or .com and check it out. It's amazing. Let's see. What games do you tend to play on your channel, and what's the focus of your channel game wise?
the focus of my channel game wise, I think I would say really it's the RPGs, but then the community comes together. We have Fridays, our Streamer's Choice Friday, essentially like this. You guys can ask me anything. And then Sundays, we have multiplayer day. So I will play only multiplayer games to get the community involved. So if you guys have Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, or you guys have Rocket League, which today, later on, we're actually going against one of my mods. He's got an actual clan that he plays Rocket League with, and we're going to 3v3 against him, myself and viewers, if you guys have it, for the PC, Steam. So we'll be on that platform. It's going to be a fun day.
That's excellent, though. That's excellent. What are some of the fun events that you like to do for your channel as well?
Fun events. Since I started streaming Diablo 3 last year, um, I guess folks kind of like came over from just the Diablo community, and I've really been pushing to try and make the leaderboard with the community as a whole. I'd say that's probably our biggest non-official event. But as far as events go, whenever we have events to do with Operation Supply Drop, which are usually over the weekends. Not this weekend, unfortunately. I was really sick these past couple of days, so I had to rest up. The arcade got to have fun from all the other streams that we host. So I had to rest up and get good because my potato skills were lacking. Um, we like to do whatever their events are going. I would say, I think it was October. We had an amazing event where Operation Supply Drop was like, hey, We got Daisy shirts going out signed by the developers. We've got oil painting that you can give out that's Daisy themed signed by the developers. I was like, okay. And if you guys were there, it was just giveaway, 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 giveaway. If I will sell out to give to the community,
Damn.
that's the one good thing. I will make sure that the community gets something for selling out. I don't want to sell out for myself. So I asked those guys, I was like, so how many shirts can I give away? Just go for it. Do one every hour. Okay. I was like, I hope you guys mean this.
Heck yeah.
And for like 9 hours, I gave away shirts, and then in between those, I was giving a game of from my vault of games. So I had like every 30 minutes, I had something going.
That's a good idea. Damn. Do you have any future events planned?
Anything that comes up with Operation Supply Drop, they usually let me know about a week in advance, and I go from there. Every Sunday is still multiplayer Sunday, and yeah, Effenbaum, multiplayer Sunday hype.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So now, Christus, is the time that if you want to, Ninja wants to know if you can give away your shirt to him.
I can't give away this shirt. This is a Bruce Lee official shirt. One of friends and fellow supporters that's with the coalition. I bought his shirt when it was going up. So Bruce Lee in that community. I can't give away this shirt, Ninjemo.
Yeah, he pushed hard. That's a good shirt. I wish I'd have caught that actually. I know that we had a couple questions earlier. Let's see if I can find it. How long did it take for you to build a solid viewer base?
If my computer hadn't crashed, a few months. After my computer crashed, the folks who were there from the beginning, pretty much to current day, did everything possible to help me fix the computer live on the stream. So it can take folks anywhere from just a few months to over a year.
Gotcha. How did your close relatives react to your decision to stream?
That's a great question.
That's a fantastic question.
Honestly, because not a lot of folks understand what Twitch is or even know what it is. I would say Christmas 2014, when I say I officially started streaming, that's where I thought most of my computer had been fixed, so I thought I wasn't crashing anymore. We did finish a few games then, like that Dragon Age Inquisition. That's actually a really good game. I need to get back to it.
That's a great game.
But Christmas comes around. I go to my grandma's house, me, the kids, the wife, and they're like, so what are you doing now? I play video games live. Sitting across the table from my father was probably a bad idea. If I was sitting any closer, I think I would have been, walloped over the face once or twice. They were so angry. And it took my father actually being at my house, seeing my setup, and seeing me do this live for St. Jude for the first time to actually understand what I do. Basically, they just thought I was sitting here playing video games and not caring about college or work or anything. And I was like, no, that's not it. But it was originally met with a lot of anger and mixed feelings, I'd say. But now it's like people, my cousins understood, but the adults in the family, the older folks, did not get it. Some of them still don't get it, but they realize I'm pushing towards a passion, something I love doing, and they hope I succeed.
I think that's the hardest thing is family members and relatives understanding, especially the people that grew up without Twitch or grew up without the community of Twitch. It's hard to explain to them what Twitch is or what we do here, because they just don't understand it. In the days when video gaming started, it was something that you did for your free time or what you did for pastime for anything like that. You never did it for the enjoyment of others. That's why, especially when you're telling relatives for other future streamers or anyone like that, make sure that you take it with a very grain of salt for their reactions, because if you take it seriously, it's going to hurt you in the future.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh yeah, you have to show them that it's a big thing. Don't assume that they're just going to accept it. That's definitely a good piece of advice right there. What are your thoughts on profanity, links, and rules? Like
Um,
for the chat.
like when you say profanity links, do you mean like stuff that leads into NSFW, not safe for work, and or Twitch for that matter?
I'm pretty sure Ninja usually pretty specific, so I'm pretty sure he's like cussing and anything like
Um,
that.
I would say I don't like it. I slip up, hence why I keep the channel immature. And when we have sessions like this, where I'm sitting here with Halios, or I've got my friends in TeamSpeak, anywhere people can be heard live besides myself, I have no control over it. So I kind of just roll with it. It's unfortunate that profanity seems to be the norm in mature channels, but if I didn't have it mature, I'd be breaking a lot of terms of service. So I kind of roll with it. But if you're like Carnage, I definitely respect the guy for trying to keep his channel PG, or I'm not sure if he's announced it, family friendly, as his next thing now. I would love to push towards something like that, family friendly, but it's really hard to move from that maturity section to family oriented gaming.
Not not just that, it's hard to play. It kind of eliminates part of the games too, because you have to literally pick and choose which games you're going to do, because all the games lately have been very cussing and violence and lawless, all that. Like, oh my god, like
The
the
Witcher 3.
Witcher 3, Grand Theft Auto, Witcher 2, all the really popular games have a adult theme to them. So Chris just wants to know, did streaming and time spent doing it make any, I guess, influence towards your health? So basically, how does streaming affect your health?
I would say recently, I have gotten sick recently because of the long hours we had. Um, I want to say like 3 4 weeks ago when we were watching Awesome Games Done Quick on Twitch. That was an amazing thing. My sleep schedule kind of got messed up, and I it took a toll on me. So I've basically been recovering since. I also had streams start at like 11 p.m. and we go to like 4 in the morning to make up for it. So that also pushed its toll on me. But I realized long periods of play sitting, especially doing 24-hour streams, uh, sometimes even after you're done streaming and you sleep, you do got to get up and move around, get active, lift weights, go run something. Because if you don't do a little something, it's gonna hurt you in the long run.
Oh yeah, oh that's so true. What's the recipe for your beard growing potion?
My recipe for my beard growing potion. Usually my significant other massages my face. The magic fairy sprinkles magic dust on it, and we eat lots of protein. Lots of protein.
That usually helps. Definitely. Any other questions from the chat for you guys? Any other questions? Especially about streaming or anything like that? Anything you want to know about CGN or about GameKey, about anything like that?
Yeah, look at that.
Chris is like, Yeah,
I gotta.
Ninja's gotta try it, man. He has no beard at all. He has a problem growing it.
I do suggest though, guys. I do shameless plug. I use Dollar Beard Club products, so I use a lot of the beard oil. I will say this: if you're gonna grow a beard, definitely take care of the skin underneath. You're gonna dry out a lot. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's a boo boo. But yeah, the skin dries out really bad, so brushing, shampooing, and conditioning every day, putting in the beard oil, and definitely get one of these awesome dollar beard brushes. It's one of the first things that I use every day to brush my beard back down from sleeping, what have you.
That's
Dollar Beard Club's an amazing place.
that's awesome. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Do you mostly play games that you like, or do you try games community suggests?
Surprisingly enough, Albion Online, I really wanted to play it, but I couldn't justify dropping money into a founders pack. And I set up a goal. The community broke it, so we played it, and we played like 20 hours a day for a week. Um, then recently, we lost out on our XCOM Enemy Within. We lost our save files due to corruption, but we saved it by one of our viewers graciously donating Dragon's Dogma. So we're actually playing that currently as our main game Monday through Thursday.
Good choice. Good choice. That's a great game actually.
It's my first experience. It's definitely new to me, and the fact that people can take I think it's your spare player, your pawns, I think,
Yeah.
and go use them and like give them items and level ups and stuff. That's a new thing for me.
Yeah, you come back and your character will be completely different. You're like, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
about that. Let's see. Our handsome hermits goes. How do you deal with energy? Is there a certain amount that's really required to focus in gaming in general? You really don't want to turn to energy drinks, but that's where you're heading.
Ooh, that's actually a good one. The handsome hermit. I do find that hard myself at times. So we've got our ridiculous mug here. This is a half a pot of coffee, 6 cups. This is actually how I start my everyday life. Because sometimes Red Bull and Monster, it just doesn't cut it. It's actually terrible for you. So I use a lot more water than I do coffee. Um, I will say if chat's very like active, you can totally forego energy drinks. You just be hyped out of your butthole. It's ridiculous. Perfect example is my buddy Russ Loam. Uh, he's known for his Blood Bowl tactics, and he is crazy when chat gets up there. He's just completely nuts. And then you'll end up like myself in a weird spot where chat becomes inactive. You may have a lot of viewers, or you may not, but then chat slows down. And that's I would say, one of the biggest goals to still continue to give that hype, even when there's, if in fact, nobody at times. That's where you kind of got to get creative. You got to have fun with it. All right, we'll put this hat on, baby girl. And you just got to push through it a bit. I would say if you need the energy drink to keep you awake, then go for it. If you don't need the energy drink to keep you awake, think of a funny conversation or a goofy topic and let your imagination run wild with it, because sometimes the more engaging streams are the ones where you find a guy randomly talking to himself to stay active.
It's true. It's very true. Talking to yourself is something that you need to do all the time. It's pretty bad. Uh, yeah. I actually find myself sometimes I'll play a game offline and I'll be talking to myself the whole time. It's actually good practice, honestly. So.
Takes like 6 months, guys.
Oh
Takes
yeah.
like 6 months to come into your own.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I found myself talking to friends when I'd go and sit down at the university, and we'd sit in our own little like meeting spot. When I started broadcasting, I started talking to them like I'm broadcasting. Hey guys, what's going on? And it took me probably another 2 months to drop the broadcasting voice with them when I wasn't streaming. It was tough.
No, it's true. It's true. Chris has asked if you told about your family a little bit, but a question is, are you able to split time for streaming, family time, going out? Basically, you'll be able to manage your time wisely.
I can manage time wisely. It gets, buddy.
It's like purple yoga.
Is this a purple guy? Cool. managing time wisely is one of those things where I've allotted nobody, don't not on the monitor. I've managed. Nope, nope. Go play over there, buddy. Go play over there with Sissy.
Says you
See,
see family
it's
time.
one of those things. I would say me and the wife, we have one of those really picky things about our kids. We're really, really cautious about who we let watch the kids. And so we don't really go out. We kind of do like a date night in. So like I'll drink beer, she'll drink her Smirnoff or girly drink whatever, and it's really nice that we'll do a date night in. We haven't really gone out in 3 years, so it makes it a little tough. Spending time with her and the kids, though, I do manage that. Sometimes our streams will start an hour or two later. I always tweet out everything, and it's like, hey, I'm spending time with my family before we start our stream. I can stream all night long or do whatever. And then since school's in, I try to manage a sleeping schedule, so I'm only trying to go a certain amount of hours, which is I'll get 20 hours a week, usually through a Monday through Friday, or 25 hours a week, Monday through Friday, but then the weekends also happen, so I'll try and get more hours in, things like that.
That's a good idea, actually. Let's see. So, hey, Dash, how you doing today? We're going to go ahead and head on to some gaming news today, guys. Big thing that we want to cover today, we actually had a online version of Metal Gear come out right now. So they're actually doing online fights, and it's kind of like a competitive way of doing it. So we're going to show you guys a little bit of video here,
Really?
as you
Wait,
guys
they
will
have
see.
online fighting?
Yeah, they have the online fighting for the Metal Gear Solid right now, where it's just like the game where it's open world and you have all that stuff going on, but you are fighting in the world. So it's like, I think it's like 6-on-6 or something like that. It's actually really pretty cool. They have a lot of bugs to it though, like a lot of bugs to it. I've heard. I've heard there's people flying through walls, glitching, guns not working. Obviously, with online aspect, your ping will affect how well you do. Most of the time, you have to have a good ping as well. I know that you've played online games before, so do you think that games have to have an online aspect to be successful lately? Like, I know a lot of people like the competitive edges and love competing against others, especially in these games. So do you think they have to have an online component, whether that's co-op or versus, to be successful in these days?
I would say no. I mean, prime example is Fallout 4. The hype surrounding that franchise has been amazing, and now we have the next two games coming up this year, which I believe are raising also a lot of hype for themselves. Is XCOM 2, which I'll be playing that on release day, and Far Cry Primal in March. Which, if you guys like the Far Cry games, I believe there's co-op involved, but I couldn't tell you because I've never done the co-op in any of the Far Cries. It's just one of those things I've avoided because I'd rather beat the game individually first and then explore what co-op has to offer. But by any means, co-op is not a necessity unless the game or franchise calls for it, I think.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, the Far Cry Primal is just looking absolutely crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. I can't wait for that. What do you think about competitive esports for games like this?
I would say probably not Metal Gear by any means. It's they got to work out all the bugs, fine tune things, and make it better. But competitive esports has been something I continuously look at and find myself watching. I started playing like, for instance, like League of Legends. I started that right when I started college. It took me 8 months to get into the ranked side of things, like that level 30 thing. And I was like, you know what? I started really playing it with friends, and then when my friends weren't playing, I kind of just like shied away from it altogether. And now I kind of just watch it for its entertainment value.
Hmm.
The same with games like Smite, CS:GO. I really like watching like that next level gameplay because I know me personally, I'll never reach it, and
Yeah.
it's interesting to see how these guys, these pros, play these games without any thought process, or they know the game so well. Like items go with this, items go with that. We got to go here, we got to go there. It's something that me and my friends would probably never be doing on a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean it's something next level that is just
Yeah,
absolutely
get them
crazy.
pistol shots.
One thing that I do like to talk about with everybody else is you have all these titles coming out right now, and I just read an article about some of these titles coming out with a lot of bugs. So Metal Gear Online just came out and has a ton of bugs. Do you think that companies releasing games like this, where they're releasing games to the general audience and they're purchasing this game, you're spending your money on a good game only to find that there's a ton of bugs, almost like game breaking bugs. Do you think that is something that should really be looked away from or just accepted by the community? Because a lot of games are coming out, like I said, a lot of games coming out, and um the game just isn't exactly ready. uh
Um,
they go push to meet the deadline and then they fix the game later.
I would say that for fans, well, you already know what you're getting yourself into, especially on Steam. When the game is marked early access, it's early access for a reason. They're also relying on the communities to submit those bug reports because it helps the developers right away with a player base of questions, bugs, issues to work. Prime example is H1Z1. I found myself and a few friends playing that on release day, and I will tell you, the bugs are insane on games such as that. We would find ammo, no guns. We would find guns, no ammo. We'd run into zombies, no weapons. So it was essentially like, okay, well, on the fly, they spent 24 to 48 hours on the fly. Developers were fixing things because of player input. So if you're going to buy something early access, submit those bug reports because it's all based on the community. If you're going to be upset with bugs and things of that sort, well, don't buy it. Refund your game.
It's,
Don't stick around with it. So
yeah.
it's a mix. It's a mix. It's like a love hate relationship. You're either gonna like it and things are gonna like mesh right away, and you're gonna enjoy it more than you hate it, or you're just gonna hate the game until it's released. You know.
Yeah, that's true. No. You were talking about the competitive aspect. This is some of the competitive games going on right now with CS:GO. Just kind of streaming it online real fast. Um,
Ooh, look at that! Cloud9's in there. Ooh, buddy.
yeah, like the only American team that's worth it right now is Cloud9. Um,
Yeah.
they unfortunately, yeah,
Later, buddy. Later, Christy SGTR.
yeah.
You have a good one.
Chris has actually asked you how do you get some aggressive letter, or do you get some aggressive letters or comments, and how do you deal with that kind of stress?
Um, when I first was gonna give up, when I thought my desktop was broken altogether, and before I switched over to a laptop, yes, I still even today get some hate mail. But I mean, who doesn't? As a streamer, it kind of comes with the territory. Um, I will say this though, the Reddit Twitch community is extremely dark. So it's just like streaming or being in the community. You're gonna have to take it with a grain of salt when you put in topics and such because day one, my topic ended up being hit with a lot of trollish answers, and it was like a little simple thing, and we did get positive reviews by some much bigger streamers, so that ended up making it well worth it.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you know, typical terrible things. Just kind of brush your shoulders off, get up, continue doing what you do best. Sorry about that. You're
Expected.
excited about Curious George,
Oh, Curious George. I remember Curious George. He was awesome.
the
Uh,
man in the yellow hat.
what kind of games do you what kind of games do you think you're best at? Like, what type of class do you what class is your typical RPG do you usually choose? I think Ninja meant to say that. Like, I guess he meant to say, what kind of games do you think you're the best at? As in, like, what games do you play the best? And then, like, what class do you play inside RPGs? So I think it's two separate questions.
Okay. I would say I'm better at like the old school RPGs, like Final Fantasy VII and before, because the tactics are a lot easier. Everything's turn based, unless you count Chrono Trigger or similar games where things are live RTS, real time strategy. Games that I what is it? Classes that I typically choose within an RPG. Well, Fallout 4, for instance, I'm kind of running around plinking at things as a shooter, but I don't like power armor unless you absolutely need it. That's about it. I would choose like the warrior melee aspect, or to like experience all things if possible in RPGs with the characters that I have availability to. Oh, look at that ham key! Woo!
I know, I totally messed that one up. Oh my god, ham key.
Going ham!
I'm like, I wonder if that actually leads to somebody. Let's see if someone actually has ham key. Nope, could not be found. All right, no ham key. So no one's trying to rip.
That would have been funny.
No one's trying to rip off your third. Oh my god, if that was bad. That was bad. I tend to mess up once in a while. So, yeah, so any other questions? I know we got a couple few people. Yeah, guys, just so you guys know, this is a weekly talk show that was sponsored by CGN. We do smaller streamers. We interview and we let them have a good amount of time, so you guys get to see what kind of CGN community is about, and how amazing some of the unfound treasures are that are inside the CGN community, like Gam3k3y here, excellent streamer. If you guys haven't caught him, I linked his stream inside the chat. It's not the ham key. Don't go ham key. Go to the Gam3k3y and check him out. He is excellent. So,
but you can go ham when we're in the arcade. Go ham, everybody.
Definitely. We're gonna go ahead and do our best clip of the week right now, which is sponsored by CGN. We actually get it off of CGN. I have to do a disclaimer real fast, just so you guys know. This is gonna be a mature video because most of the videos that are posted on there from YouTube are mature, so there might be a couple cussing here and there, but it is one of the funnier ones. It was voted as one of the top videos for the week on CGN, so we usually take that as well. So let's go.
Is that supposed to be Slender Man?
I guess so.
Oh no. What is it, Mr. Penguin? Oh, no.
Finish him.
What? Well, I guess parkour's not for everyone.
I know, right?
Oh my god, those physics!
Oh my god.
Well, I guess you're not getting in that train.
Yeah, right? Oh man. He missed.
Oh. Ooh.
Missed. Oh my god.
I see we have the Joker. And it's a ladder match! ladies and gentlemen, and here comes the Joker with an RKO.
Can you imagine climbing up all that way and you just miss it? You're like, oh god.
Oh my goodness.
You're like, all that work. Come on.
Is that the yacht DLC stuff? What? Well, okay then. Ooh. Ghostwriting done wrong.
Oh my god.
Oh, physics.
The physics in this game.
Wait.
The physics in this game.
I blame it on Newton. Now, can someone buy me that car?
I know, that car is beautiful, wasn't it?
Was it like 12 exhausts out of the back of it? That looks amazing.
Oh.
Talk about literally getting towed.
I know, right? It was a trailer. It was a tractor too. Oh my god, what the heck was that?
Oh!
Oh my god.
Guess using your head is not meant for the best.
Alright, so what I'd like to do at the end is to give you 30 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds to just do and say whatever you would like. You can, you know, completely plug yourself here. You can plug anything you want. You can tell anyone like that. Oh, we gotta do the advice section. So before we do that, advice section real fast.
Advice!
Yes.
Advice!
As you see, we have a bunch of new streamers that like to come in. They like to talk to us, especially CG, and we like to see what's going on. So I like to make sure that every week we get a little bit of advice, especially from two streamers. Hey, what's up, Unicorn? How you doing? Just to make sure that we have I just completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's to help out the community growing as a general. And I think a good one to go with you, I was going to go with something else, but I think a good one to go with you is time management. Because I see that you are one of the few that are succeeding in time management, because you're successfully going to college, you're taking care of your family, you're streaming as much as you possibly can, and I see that the time management is just working out for you. So what are your secrets to a good schedule, or to be able to manage your schedule well?
Okay, Dizzard, you want to make sure it's dark and you bury him. Just kidding. I would say time management is a big thing. However, do not get discouraged. I will give this advice. There are 3 types of streamers out there. People who stream for fun, people who want to hang out with their friends and don't care what happens in their channel, and other folks who do this professionally. I will say to those doing this professionally and those who don't care, congrats on you guys. Those doing this for fun, keep doing it for fun. That's what this is meant for. Those who are really serious and passionate about streaming as well, do not give up. You're gonna have your days where you're just like, this stuff sucks. This is a job. Well, what got you started streaming in the first place? Remember that. What got you started streaming in the first place? Because if it's not fun for you, then it's not fun for everyone else. That's it.
That's true. No, that's very true. I think the biggest thing, guys, when you do start streaming, especially take it from two streamers that have a lot going on in their lives and who have to manage their time. I know Gam3k3y has a family, has school, and streams. I work a 45 to 50-hour job. I stream 45 hours a week. I still find time for girlfriend, friends, and somehow sleep. I have no idea how. And I have 4 cats. The cats are the worst part.
He's gonna be that guy who has all those cats later on.
Oh god, it's horrible. It is, time management is number 1. When you wake up in the morning, you have to figure out what you can and cannot do. That's why sometimes, especially a lot of people that are in here that are seeing They see my stream. They see that. They see sometimes I'll be like, hey guys, it's 11:30. I'm sorry, I have to take off. Stuff like that. It's not that I want to take off. I could sit here and play with it all day. It's that I know that 11:30 I have to get off because 11:40 I'm hopping in the car to go to 11:50 to get to my job to work at 12. So time management is such a huge aspect of a streamer, and one of the first things that you need to understand, because keeping a schedule, making sure that you have the same schedule almost every single day as best you can. Obviously, getting sick or having an emergency can change that, of course. But the idea that you can sit there and stream every single day at the same time for the same amount of time, and then um, still have time for everything else in your life, is literally the aspect of being a good streamer. And yeah, it's hard. That it really is hard. It's hard to manage sometimes because you have to manage the perils of life as well. Ouch! You broke your arm. That hurts. That sucks.
I will say, don't give it up, guys. I love streaming so much that I can't play games without streaming anymore.
It's true.
It's not the same anymore.
You will
So don't give up streaming, folks.
Yeah, you will get to a point in your life, guys, if you do start streaming, if you guys are interested in streaming, you will get to a point when you cannot play stream or games without a stream on. You have to have a camera
at my
on.
door.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to. You have to play games streaming because you just don't feel like it's part of it anymore, and it's awesome because that means that you're starting to enjoy streaming as more than the actual playing the game, which is excellent. But like Gam3k3y said, you have to make sure that you are still enjoying the game. You're still enjoying everything. You're still showing that you do have fun doing it. That's why I stream so much, and that's why he streams so much, and that's why all your big streamers stream as much as they do, because they still love playing the game and still love being here with you guys, building a community and everything. So, like I said, we're going to go ahead and do our last segment, which is going to be the 30 to 45 seconds of plugging Gam3k3y. I'm going to turn off my mic, literally turn it completely off, and you are going to be solo for up to a minute.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, shameless plug. Hey, my name's Gam3k3y. I have friends. We call my channel The Arcade, so feel free to stop by, have fun, and hang out with us at any given time if you're having a bad day. Chill out with myself, Halios, or anyone else from CGN or the community. On top of that, I encourage you guys to stream every day if you possibly can, or not give it up unless you absolutely have real life things you have to do. I have 2 children. My son's name's Kyle. My daughter's name's Harmony. Monty's for short. He's 3, she's 2. And I love doing what I do, guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them with Halios, or to come in my stream and drop questions for myself as well. If you guys are learning OBS or streaming for the first time, feel free to ask for help. There's an amazing community through my channel, Reddit, other streamers. Feel free to ask questions at any given time, guys. So thank you for having me, Halios, and guys. And thanks for all the fun.
No problem.
And yes, this luxurious beard. I'll tell you what, it took all of 2015 to make this. A beard baby last year.
Wish I could grow that. I can't. This is like the stubble that I can grow, but that's about it. All right, guys. Thanks again for coming in. We appreciate it. We're gonna, of course, do this every Sunday, noon Eastern time. We're going to be doing next week. And of course, if you pay attention to all of the sexy, that's awesome. Pay attention to the Twitter. We always post about what's going on in an hour. We always post the guests midweek, and so you guys can see what they're about. And then, of course, we have them at the end there. Thanks again to Gam3k3y for coming onto the show. And,
thanks for having me.
Of course. And thank you for CGN for everything that is sponsored here. And until next time, guys, you guys have a great day, okay? Peace.
Good night.